Mm-hmm.
Okay, welcome to today's episode. Don't forget to come to special today because we're all on camera, and usually we are not. So, that is Nicole, that is Alexis at the bottom, and we're all down for the count. So now you can finally see who we are. Okay, now today's different. We're gonna go over Survivor Series. I'm gonna make it very quick and simple, and then I got a surprise with the ladies.
I'm a little scared. I'm not gonna lie.
You know why? You have no reason to be afraid. I've done nothing wrong. Nothing.
Better not without me. Damn. Like, come on. So I do want to let you guys know. I know we said no to presents, but I'm going to get you guys something small for Christmas, and it's going to be your Christmas/birthday gift because my favorite Sagittarius is getting older.
Yes, my birthday is next week. It is Friday. Nicole and I are a month
12th,
apart.
right? Yeah.
It's the 12th. Yeah, we're a month apart. So let's get into Survivor Series quick because we've been talking about Survivor Series since Saturday, and it is nauseating to talk about right now. But there are some things that we need to go over and discuss. So I'm going to get Janae's comments out the way first because I talked to Janae. She sent me a message and she was telling me about Survivor Series, and I want y'all to hear what she said, and then we can go from there. Janae said, I had to go and look at recent clips of Kairi Sane's performances and her current wrestling. And she said, I watched the full women's match and something felt off about it. She said, I also have been noticing that when Kairi Sane started handing out the punches, they were watered down. They didn't seem like Kairi's normal fighting style. Can you turn it down a little bit? She said, like, there's no real force behind it, or at least there's no intention behind the punches. She said that she went over and looked at a few clips of her fighting, and it's like she's basically been watering down her fights. She's changed her fighting style as of lately. And then she said, watching the match felt like watching the meeting basically went like this. Okay, girls, we picked 5 good spots for the match, a good minute. After one of you guys enter, play to the crowd, then smush her face here into the cage until the next one of y'all enter. So she said it was a very cookie cutter. You can kind of tell they were in their minds like, okay, we got 2 minutes to get this done. We need to go to the next spot. She said in the 2.5 minutes between when the women came out, it was like maybe a minute of wrestling. The rest of it was just filler. And that minute of wrestling seemed very drawn out and slow. She said that's not a normal war games for the women usually. EO jumping off the cage is considered usually one of the smaller spots they usually do. She's right. That was the biggest spot that they had for the women's match. She goes on to say, I don't know how no one else wouldn't be able to see it. She said, the thing about it is if you look at everybody that was in the match, Sans/Legend, they've all been in high intensity matches to where they could have done a lot more intensity. Maybe not like so brutal like blood and guts, but they definitely could have done better. And finally, she said, when it comes to war games, there's too much downtime throughout the whole match. I get it's usually 45 minutes, but when there's more rest holds than actual match fighting, she said you need to be able to keep busy during spots and then actually wrestle. Then war games shouldn't be such a recurring thing if you can't keep that up. She said it should be a specialized match. When Survivor Series is a main staple for WWE PLEs, there should be no excuses why that PLE didn't deliver. None at all.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Janae would be considered the casual fan amongst all of us because she doesn't watch it regularly like we do.
My face again.
Sorry, and so does So Alexis too, because sometimes Alexis doesn't watch everything regularly either. So when you have somebody like Janae picking you apart like that, there's a problem. Okay.
Everything she everything she said was dead on the head, man.
I don't have a problem with the women's match. Of all of both of the matches, theirs was the better match in my opinion. I didn't have a problem with it. I just wanted more from them. I expected more from them. I expected them to be more intense, like Janae said. I expected at least some more weapons in the match. It's a War Games match. Where was the carnage? Like last year, it wasn't the greatest, but last year still had the intensity. It still had the carnage. It still had weapons. People was getting put through tables. Everywhere you
Mm,
turn, something happening. You know what I'm saying? This year it just was a little mundane. It was a little ticky tacky, and I wasn't feeling that too much.
I
I would like to say that I was right and I said this was going to happen.
hate it when she's right.
I hate this. So much.
Because I said blood and guts being so close. And I was like, if they don't do something, I said it's going to look like a fucking kid's play. And what did that look like? Was a kid's play. And I was like, and I'm not saying that they needed to do all the crazy things like, shout out to Sky Blue and like all them, like half of them were bleeding all over the damn place, and really like the spot Marina did, which was so crazy. Like I screamed like when she literally shoved her foot in glass and like kicked someone, and I was like, that was so cool. And I don't even like that lady that much, but they could have done, like they could have done I'm not saying that exact spot, but if they're so worried about them bleeding, they could have done something like that. Wasn't there like a match not long ago and there was like Legos?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was on
They could have got some damn
NXT.
Legos. That's
Hmm.
Legos are painful. Like that's what I'm
Hmm.
saying. Like they didn't even like fucking try.
That was the
Not,
Like
problem.
not even like
that's what really pissed me off, is that they didn't
Yeah,
try. Like you could have just had a 5-on-5. What was the point of making all them people put together that big ass cage
that's what I was saying.
and do all that? I'm like, that should not have been a war games, and that's why I was so mad. It was like they were like scared, and I was
hmm
like, who cared? And it can't, and it's not even an ESPN thing, because ESPN shows boxing people bleed all over their time. And
Show
hell,
do
you can look back on
UFC.
certain pull back on certain races, even like F1 and NASCAR races, and literally watch someone fucking die.
yeah.
So that's still in their catalog. So it has nothing to do with ESPN. Before people are trying to be like, oh, no, it's just I don't know what's going on, but it needs to stop.
Hmm.
Like it's just so, and then again, like I said, it did not need to be like that crazy violent or whatever, because obviously, even though the prices are a small house now, the demographic, there's still a lot of children in the audience. So I do get not wanting, they could have done a little bit something like, again, like no tables. So all you were doing was hitting each other with kendo sticks and trash cans. That's just a street fight.
Exactly.
It's a
Like
street
that's
fight.
crazy. Like
There
nothing
was
was
nothing in
broke.
there.
No one even got out a fire extinguisher. Like there was
No.
so much, like, and I always pop for a fire extinguisher spot because it's so funny, because I know, because
Mhm.
that's something that I would do if I was in a match like that. I'm just gonna spray with the fire. Like I'm tired. Like I just want to get this over. I'm spraying with the fire extinguisher.
I'm tired.
But yeah, that's it. I don't even care anymore. It's just so bad, and it's really, and I think it was just really, at first I didn't think it was that bad. Also, mind you, I watched it at my friend's house. God love them. Half of them were so fucked up from the Michigan Ohio State game.
Oh,
So
congratulations,
Yeah.
ladies!
so
Congratulations!
before, and then
So happy for you.
they're literally all Michigan fans.
Oh,
So by the time we even sat in front of the TV to watch, more than half of everybody was gone because they were so messed up and they just need to go home.
Oh
So,
shit.
and then the people that I was with, my one friend, love her. I don't want to say any of my friends' names, but she's like, she actually is starting to get into wrestling
Mm.
because she likes it, because she's like, it's like a soap opera. And I was like, oh, you get it.
Yes, she gets
I was
it.
like, oh, I was like, I love this. You get it. And so her boyfriend, like, love him. He's such a piece of shit, and I mean that in the best possible way. So he's just antagonizing us like all night. He's just asking 5 million questions. So I'm like
Mm.
explaining everything the entire time, and I'm like, it's not that bad. And also, I was like, I didn't realize how much I drink, and then I proceeded to go out that night because like one of my really good friends was in town, and then I watched it back, and I said, ooh, this is a mess, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I could not fully get through the men's match.
Okay.
What's
The
sleep?
men's match biggest problem was it was overloaded. There were too many stars in that match. There were too many. They didn't need Cody.
Did you hear
Mm-mm.
about how they were like, it was a thing about who came out and what order?
Yeah, I
What?
Because there were
saw
so
that.
many big name people that it was become like it became an issue of who should come out at one order. That should have been their first red flag.
That- yes,
No.
it was too overloaded. It was
Why
too
is Brock
much.
Lesnar there?
If he wasn't in there, I don't think it would have been a problem.
I I'm so I didn't watch it. I watched a lot of the clips that WWE posted. I watched a lot of clips that people on Instagram posted. And overall, general consensus that I've seen from that is that people are not happy with this. Now you're hearing that people got to the arena and there was like so many people there trying to get tickets at the last minute. They completely missed the women's War Games match. They had no idea that
The
it
Well,
was
they
ticket
didn't
going.
really miss
situation
shit,
was
so
brutal. They were
And then
spending like $900,
and then they had a
and they were
barricade in
looking at a
front of them.
TV screen. They
Yep.
were looking at like a TV screen
I was
in the
let me
back.
tell you,
did you see
I
them people in them back seats when Cena came out for his entrance?
Oh,
no.
And I was at my friend's house and I was like, those are some fucking garbage seats. And I was like, and I bet you they were at least $400.
they had to
But
be.
the one with the
Garbage
barricade
seats.
was 900. That's what people
What
are
fucking
saying
dog
online.
is that?
If I paid $900 and you put me at a barricade with a fucking flat screen TV the size that I have at home, and I don't get any bottle service or anything to go along with it, I would be pissed. Like I would be calling my credit card company while I'm there saying there's been fraudulent activity on my card. I want my money back. Like
While I'm sitting there.
Me
while I'm
And
too.
I'm
sitting
sure I am going to sit there for the rest of the show while I'm reporting it for fraud, too.
Yep, yep.
I'm making a burner Instagram account. I'm making burner TikTok accounts. Like I'm like, I'm y'all. I'm fucking y'all. The, so again, I didn't watch it, but from what I did see, it's not good. Especially like the women's war game match. And I don't try to compare stuff, but giving like war games, they didn't have to go balls to the wall like blood and guts. Because again, Marina Shafir fucking walked through glass and then
I was
kicked the girl.
fucking sick,
That,
man. That's crazy.
I
I
don't
don't like
even.
that. That was such a cool visual. I
I
really
don't
wish
even
I liked her more.
No, I don't even really like her like that, but the respect that I gave her in that moment, that was like, whoa,
Because ain't no
and then
way. You would have to give me a pay-per-view pay rate.
mhm, for real. Like, cause me and Nicole were talking about this last time. It's like it's war games. This is your last big show of the year. You need to show up. You need to show out. Like because I told her, I said, Nicole, if you or me were wrestlers and you did not really grate my face against the chain link stuff, I would be mad at you for like a solid week. And then you see like the clip of Becky where she's laying there screaming like and Charlotte barely has her foot on her, and I guess she's supposed to be like scrubbing her face against the chain or something, and
Barely.
she's just like and I'm like, give her all the awards, give
I
her.
mean, if she had
So,
not had her
oh, did you
hand
hear about
between
how?
her and the floor, it would have looked better. But she had
Yeah.
her hand right.
And so,
Yeah.
did you hear? Which now that I'm really looking back on at everything she's doing, really makes sense. Did you know that she won't say it fully out loud, but she's basically parodying Donald Trump.
Yes, I figured that out very early on.
And I kind of thought about, because I feel like I briefly had a thought about it, and I just never just like processed it. And then people started mentioning it. I was like, wait a second.
She is.
Bar
All
for
the way
bar.
down to the lawyers. Now she got her lawyers
The
involved.
lawyers, the fake news,
Yep.
like
Yep.
everyone says I'm the best. And when it was something, it was like something like, oh, was it? Yes, I don't know. It was something. I was like, wait a second. I know what you're doing, lady. Someone had to.
I just like it looked bad, and like there wasn't even like an emotional payoff to it, because like, like a couple years ago, Bailey, when she was with Damage Control, and they were running around doing some really fucked up shit to everybody, and Bailey was like the last person standing, and she got her comeuppance for the stuff that she had been pulling for a year, or like maybe from SummerSlam to now, but like, the pieces were falling into place and everything. So that was like her comeuppance. She got beat up because every woman that was left in that ring standing had a problem with her directly because she was interfering in their matches. She cost them titles. There was some kind of like emotional connection that we could get behind. This year, it just kind of seemed, and I'm not talking bad for Lash. I'm so happy that she got to be on one of the
She's the
big
only good
shows.
spot in that whole fucking match.
Man,
Literally.
like,
that part.
Literally.
That part.
congratulations to Lash and Trick, though. Let's not. We
Now
gotta
she had
get.
that ring on going
And
down.
she
I was
wore
like,
her
girl,
ring inside the damn match.
I said, take it off.
That's a
She
hard
did
bitch
not.
right there.
And I was like, I love
I
how
was
you
so
love your man,
scared.
but girl.
I was like, you
And
gonna
then
put your
Trish
ring up?
tweeted,
You
he
ain't
was
got
like,
no
I
dummy
know she
ring
don't
or
got that ring on.
nothing. Girl, she ain't took that ring off. She wore that ring to the match and in it. She was in there fighting with that rock on her hand.
I'd be using that ring as a weapon. What are you talking about?
She better than me,
She's
because
like,
that ring
oh,
would have been in.
what is that tennis lady? The one that's married to Enrique Iglesias.
Oh, Anna Kournikova?
Yeah, when they got engaged and she had that big ass when she was literally playing tennis with that big ass yellow diamond that he got her.
Looked like a thumb on her finger. It was
Yes.
that.
Was literally playing with it. Playing with that on. I said, you's a bad bitch. I
You
can't
crazy.
even.
No, I'd have did something. Something would have happened to that while I was playing.
I would have lost it.
Yep.
So that's why when I see people, because I lose jewelry quite often. So I was just like, girl, take that off. Like, if I was working in the back, I'm like, put that ring in my hand. Come on now. Because what the fuck are we doing?
Y'all know I'm not a materialistic person, but if I had a ring that nice, I'd be like on guard, having him hold it, put it in a safe that I only know the combination to, that's got my biometric print on it and shit. Like, I would want nothing to happen to her.
When he proposed, he had a light in the damn box so she could
so
see
funny.
the ring.
She was like, oh my goodness.
Yes.
I was like, that's so cute.
But no, Lash had a good spot. She was the best part about the show.
Literally.
For the girls. And I was happy because she didn't look weak. They booked her strong in that match. So
no. And then also, I think she's going to be like a Bianca, that she's really going to get over, because literally, like, my friends, because my one friend that she's starting to get into it, she only watches like Raw and she watches like SmackDown and once in a while, but she mostly watches Raw, and then she'll watch like the pay-per-views now. Mm-hmm. And everybody was like, oh my God, who is that? Who is that? I like her. Who's that tall lady? And then I was like, had to explain to them who, like, Lash. And then and then my one friend, they were like, where's that girl with the braid? That's always in everything. I was like, you mean Bianca? They're like, where is? And then my one friend, he was like, yeah, where is she at? It's like, she's always in this stuff. I was like, she's injured. It's sad.
Maybe that's what we was missing, but it shouldn't take one person to fix a match.
I feel like, honestly, it might be because it's crazy.
I mean, like, my thing is just use the weapons. The weapons are there. And I think we've said this multiple times. When it comes to Elimination Chamber, nobody wants to be in it because they're scared.
Oh no, I
But
make it there. I'm forcing them. You gotta show out an elimination chamber this year, because ain't no way.
Elimination Chamber got to make up for this.
Yeah, I'm
if
sorry.
They got to.
You gotta get your whoever's in there. I'm sorry, you gotta get rocked a little bit in that match this year.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to
I,
be jumping off of cages.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers' faces got
I,
to be served into the gate. Y'all got to do some shit.
someone has to do that spot where they go through all that fucking plexiglass. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
they
you
go
just
through
gotta
the
do it
my
cage.
all.
favorite
Yeah.
spot, honestly.
You all the spots that have happened in elimination chamber all have to happen in each match, the men's
Yep.
and the
I,
women's. I'm sorry, whoever's in there,
Y'all
get
gonna
mad
have
at
to shake some
whoever's in war
tables.
games.
if Alexa Bliss's 5 foot nothing ass can climb up one of those pods and do twisted, I never thought I'd say this in 2025. Alexa Bliss can climb up there and do twisted bliss off top of a fucking pod, and Liv Morgan can sacrifice herself till she's gonna be in a wheelchair by the time she's 50,
That lady
and
loves getting tossed around.
She love it.
She loves
all
it.
I don't get this because it's like it's war games. If you're not gonna give us brutal war games, like if you're the spot I needed in war games this year was two girls on the ground in the middle of the ring, hair everywhere, just punching each other like they're at their last, the last breath, and the hair's just tearing and flying all over. I love that. I love that shit. But like give us some connection, give us some emotion, like give us emotion, and this goes to the men too. Give us some kind of emotional connection going into these games because I don't want to hear it that Roman didn't want to do this, Jay didn't want to do this. Okay, well you know what? There's plenty of other people in the back who don't get the same amount of time that you do, but they're willing to go.
What did Jay's ass not want to do?
I
As
don't.
far as I
I'm
know,
just,
I didn't hear nobody say they didn't want to do anything. The problem they had was with people wanting to come into the match at certain times. They interests was what
I
I
just,
heard.
I just pulled his name because it was the first thing that came to my
She
head.
was speculating.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like I don't, when the men are acting more like divas than the actual women, and it's just like, meanwhile, there are people back there who would love to have this kind of a big shot on big PLE pay-per-view, whatever it's called anymore. If you don't want to be in it should be like a rule. If you were not at least in one elimination chamber, you cannot be in a war games because the reason that Blood and Guts, not only was it brutal, there was a story that continued on with it. The
There's
only
like four
reason,
storylines in the women's one
the only,
that are currently spanning out literally right now.
Yeah.
the only reason,
Just the women's.
the only reason Tony Storm like tapped out, gave up was because Nina was getting hurt. Like she was getting stomped by 5 girls at the same time, and she didn't want her to get hurt. And that's the only reason why. And like over on the men's side, Kyle O'Reilly, is that his name?
Yeah, Kyle O'Reilly whooped Mox's ass again.
The third time he's made Mox tap out. No one has made Mox tap out since he came into AEW, as far as I know.
No, that's
So,
why it's such a big. That's why it's started now. It's like it's becoming like a big deal now.
so he's done it 3 times to him in specialty matches that were in Mox's wheelhouse. So that's the thing. Nothing from this gave us any kind of connection. Not even like the matches they put in the middle. I think it was just the Stephanie and Nikki match, and then the Dom and Cena match. I
That's
mean,
Which
because
is
those
real
matches are
fucking
meant to be
upsetting to me.
fillers.
It's real fucking upsetting to me, not on Stephanie's behalf because I love her, that they literally had the best match that night,
I told
mhm.
you.
which is bonkers.
I
I just
told you.
I never thought I would say Nikki Bella match was one of the best matches on a card.
It
Her ass was wrestling
was.
though. I give her that. She was.
She was wrestling,
I was shocked she was wrestling for so long. I was like,
but they've had the
oh,
better. But that's the second PLE they've had where Stephanie's match was the best match on the card.
when the
That's a
whole
fact.
other pay per view is a fucking stinker.
Right. And
Hmm.
you just like, and it's not even that. It's like, I don't mind you creating war games, but when you don't have anything, that's a lack of preparedness. You didn't ensure that your war games, specifically with the women, was prepared going in and out of it. You didn't have solid storylines going into War Games. You had little made up stuff. The stuff with Lash, Nia, Charlotte, and Bliss, all of that occurred within the last week leading up to War Games. Then you had the situation with Becky and AJ Lee that got shoehorned in there. Okay. And then you had the Kabuki Warriors and you had Rhea and Io. They're the only solid storyline that was in War Games that actually had priors before that. Now, Don makes a point because he said in the comments that it should have been Punk, LA Knight, and Jimmy, which he is right. LA Knight had more issues with the Vision than Roman really did. Roman kind of got brought in out of nowhere because of Brock Lesnar. I didn't need Brock Lesnar,
I guess.
And if I'm being honest, I didn't need Roman for that match either. I didn't need him to be in that match. That was where the overbooking came into play at. And it was doing too much.
When I saw the graphic for like the War Games matches, I looked at the women. I'm like, okay, I don't like the fact that the women's War Games match, the faces won, because since they brought War Games to the main roster, the faces have always won, which is insane. Because over in NXT, it was like a 50-50 thing when it came to the girls, but when they showed the guys render for the men's War Games match, it looked like something out of 2K25, where it was like, you randomly make a pay-per-view and they just throw people together, and I'm just like, this looks like something you play in a video game. Like, you pick your team and then you hit random, and there's Brock Lesnar and the shit-stained Paul brother. I mean, they both are, like, standing side by side next to each other. And I'm just like, what is this? And it's just like, I just been reading like people who were actually there, and they said that when it came to the masked man, he just came in, did the little thing, called out. He said the boos were louder than what we heard on TV.
I'm not surprised.
Not surprised.
I do think that's Austin Theory though, looking at the butt.
It's Theory.
And
I don't think it's Cortez.
Oh my god, I love her. Her name is Big Teases. She's on TikTok. Mm-hmm. She watches like literally everything, but she's like a WWE fan too. But she's like huge like pop culture. Like she literally watches everything. And she was saying how she's like, I'm sorry. I don't know why anybody's trying to say that that's Seth Rollins when this person was moving like they were 20 years old with no prior knee surgeries and a fat ass.
And no pinch of toe, because Seth Rollins
she said no. She's like, that's Austin. She's like, that's Austin Theory.
It's Austin Theory.
And then she was trying to talk about, she's like, I know if I was Austin Theory, I would be gassed the F up, because if people recognize me because my butt looks so good, I would be so happy.
Man.
And they're like, it got to the point where people are like, I know that butt.
That's what everybody said.
I know. And I was looking, and then when I rewound, I was like, I know that ass.
I know that ass anywhere. We all do. That's a damn shame.
know a little bit too well.
Right.
It's like the whole thing with this, and I know we're almost done talking about War Games and Survivor Series as a whole. When we look back in this about like 10 years, we need to talk about how the John Cena retirement tour was such a failed experiment, because all that match was for Liv to come back.
I mean, we knew he wasn't going to show up to that tournament with that belt anyway, so I didn't really care about that.
I mean, the match, I'm not mad at the match per se. I was pissed because I wanted it to be a match. I didn't like
He should have been the only person that showed up.
Thank you. It was too much. You got too much going on. It took all of Judgment Day for him to beat John Cena, when we've seen Dom win matches clean, and he's been a heel now for what, 5 years almost?
Has it really been that long?
Yeah.
We watched that man win matches clean.
No, it's
over,
not that long. He's been a heel. He debuted in 2020.
what has it been, like 3?
So I think
He's been a heel for a good 2.5 years.
Okay.
It's not been as long as we think it's been.
He can win matches on his own. Even if Liv came in there and did that little bit, I would not have been mad about it. I'm like, well, expected. That's expected. I expected her ass to show up. As soon as they said she was backstage, I was like, okay, her ass gonna be there. Cool.
And you know what? And thinking about it in hindsight, I would have also liked her in War Games because she would have fucking done something.
Oh my God! You put Liv Morgan in a War Games match, that would be poetry.
I think that certain people have to be in War Games to make it work, but I also think they also need to do better. Y'all phoned this one in. It wasn't good. The men's War Games was okay, but again, it was just too many people in there, and you didn't have enough workers for the stars, and the stars wasn't doing enough. It was too many people in there that ain't working.
Used to having to work like that, and that's the issue when you got too many big names out there. They're not used to working like that, and I've been said that. When I saw CM Punk coming, I said, Jesus Lord, why is he going down there first?
I'm like, where's
the one Discord I don't go in too much because I don't really like anyone in there anymore. Not the one that I'm mostly in. And I was like drunk and I was like putting in everyone. I said, not Grandpa out first. And then the one Discord I liked, everybody was like laughing about. The other one was like, why are you calling him Grandpa? I said, because he's almost fucking 50.
He's old.
He's old.
Grandpa. Like,
he's old. There's nothing against CM Punk. There's a blessing. He's as old as he is.
And I can't wait for him to transition into the back because shit gonna get real when he transitions to the back.
People gonna be mad,
clean some
and
shit
I
up.
love that. You're
gonna clean some shit up.
Ooh, I just realized something. All the men in that War Games match is closer to 40 and 50.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was
was the youngest damn person in that match.
Yeah.
Logan Paul is our age.
Yeah.
I believe
Braun Breaker's in his early 30s. Late 20s?
No, he's not. Braun Breaker is like 27, 28.
You're a goddamn lie.
He is. Look it up. He's like, I thought he was almost, no, he's like 27, 28. He's not.
He's 28.
Yeah, 28 years old. He was born in 1997. Jesus Christ.
Y'all, whatever y'all doing, y'all need to stop.
Bronson Reed
you don't look that young. You look old, my guy.
He needs to stop using that.
Whatever it is, stop it.
Oh my God, I hate it. And he wasn't that tan. I think on Monday he looked good. I'm like, stop using so much. You look great. You don't need all that.
He cut a promo.
The promo was good. The promo was good.
I disagree.
For Braun Breaker, it was good.
This is so funny because I feel like this really has people split. Either you really liked the promo or you hated it.
I hated that promo.
I liked it, actually.
I hated it.
For a guy who most of the time barks, he did okay.
I don't like the fact that he has this persona where he can't control himself enough to speak. That irritates me. Say what you need to say, and then you could go off the rails. But he's going off while he's talking, so much so his voice is cracking. I'm like, dude.
Oh God, don't put him in a ring with Liv during a promo off because she's like, I am Livicon 3000. I am back. She's running on that old 2017 Alexa Bliss operating system there, the way she's talking.
I didn't like his promo. I just didn't like it.
She at least talked better than that.
No,
I didn't like it.
She was like ASMR. She was putting my ass to sleep.
The promo cut, like I liked the dig at Punk. I did like that.
That AJ
dig
was funny.
Okay, you got him there.
He was like, you need to get your house in order.
Right. Like,
I was like, oh. But
I said, okay. But after that, it was just like, ooh. I'm like, I think you got a little nervous and you went off the rails a little bit. Then he just walked away, left all his people in the ring. I said, God damn, did you let them too?
it's that Steiner testosterone that they be shooting. I mean, putting through their body. You know, I mean,
Oh Lord.
I
that's it.
didn't like it. I didn't like it. I
I'm
didn't
sick of
like
talking
none of
about
Raw,
Survivor Series.
if we're being
Yeah,
honest.
I just want to know who the producers were, so I can give them a very
I don't
strict
want
talk.
to know.
I want to say,
I don't want to
Mad,
know.
I'm just severely disappointed in you.
No,
I'm
because
just
Shane Helms ain't never lived down Mania. And he
Oh
ain't
my,
gonna never live it down.
which
wait,
Mania match did he do?
I
Oh,
forgot.
the big one that Becky won both belts.
I forgot
Oh,
about that.
He's
I
the
didn't
reason
realize
why
he did
Charlotte
that.
was in that match.
oh yeah. Okay, it's back on. I see Shane Helms on site because I looked kind of forgot about that.
He ain't lived
Yeah,
that
because
down
that
yet.
ending was stupid. Did he do the women's war games? Because that ending was stupid too. That would make
I don't
sense.
know.
I have never, and ever since I started watching wrestling and war games, even watching the old classic ones, I have never seen a war games match in a submission.
I don't mind it ending into a submission, but you gotta be like turned every which way but loose.
Everybody gotta be down, and the whole match needed to be brutal
Yes.
Hmm.
for
It was
you to
just the
submit
fact that
that
half
fast.
everybody looked like they caught their breath. That's what
Right.
made me mad. They looked like they caught their breath and they were just watching her do. That's what pissed me off.
I
Mm-hmm.
agree with Donnie. They need to do brand versus brand again.
They
Yeah,
need to do
because you
some.
ain't gotta.
They need to do WWE against TNA against fucking
It,
NXT.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh, I would
I would,
love that.
well, I would buy tickets to that and go
Or
Ooh,
if
wherever.
they
nice
don't want to do
encounter.
TNA, they can do AAA.
Oh, yes. Nicole got the juice. Nicole
Where,
got the
where,
juice.
where is it?
She got the juice. Let's
I
fucking
don't have.
go. Do it. Book it.
Oh,
Like that's
dude,
literally,
I
and
got
that would be so easy because all you gotta do is throw motherfuckers' hats, names in a hat, and
And
just pull
shake
them
that
out
shit
for a
up.
match. I'm
Pull
dead
do
it.
it. And, oh
serious.
my god, they could do it in Mexico. I would fucking go. I can't speak as
And
much
fans
as
would go.
Yeah,
I
they
would take
I
my
would.
would.
ass to Mexico.
Yep.
Mexico's not expensive.
Put Diamond
Like
Wagner in that
especially for
match.
like
Biesa's in there.
as like a tourist destination because they would probably go to Mexico City. Mexico
Yeah.
Mhm.
City isn't that crazy. I mean, they would have to because probably like the room to have it.
Yeah,
I was also very mad because both of my special interests over the weekend caused so much discourse and made me dislike each event. Hated that. Hated the F1 race because there was also a whole bunch of fucking discourse about that. There's discourse about this shitty war games. I was like, you know what? Well, it's like either one of you are supposed to save me from the other, and you both disappointed me this
Yes.
weekend.
it's, I
We
really just
got
think
one more
that
PLE and deadline is it. That's the last one for the whole company. So
Thank God.
hopefully deadline will save us a little bit.
it needs to. And honestly,
Well, Sean's producing it, so at least be a little bit better. At least the women's matches will be good.
it, they
We
need
hope
Sean for
so.
war games. It's like seriously, if you guys are making a big deal saying I don't want to do elimination chamber, I'll get hurt. Then why do you want to be on? And then why do you be like, oh, I want to be in I want to be in war game, but I don't want to take any chair shots. I don't want, you know, I don't want to be shred into through the fit chain link. I don't want to be superplexed off the top of a cage. Like, come on, I do that shit for free. What are you talking about?
Well, everybody don't want to kill themselves. Shit.
I'm not mean to myself, but if people are paying, you need to at least put on a show for them. Like, you ever been to a concert and you pay a lot of money for it, and then you leave and you're like, that was the most subpar thing I've ever been to. I just watched a person dance around for an hour and a half, and it wasn't even that good.
I will say this, and then we can move on. I'm disappointed. Did I think it was an absolute dog shit show? No. But every match that we watched, there was something where it either lacked the intensity it needed or it was overbooked and overproduced. And I feel like WWE now is not playing to their strengths the way that they should. And That's my only issue. I know everybody's comparing Blood and Guts. It was the first women's Blood and Guts for AEW. They had no choice but to come through and come correctly. That was the only way that they were going to be able to solidify a future Blood and Guts matches for those women. So of course they delivered, but they over delivered. They did exceptionally well in that match. However, the match is called Blood and Guts. They're gonna have carnage in there. It's gonna be bleeding. There's brutality that's in that match. War Games is different. It is specific to WWE. It doesn't have to have the heavy intensity of Blood and Guts, but it needs the intensity, if that makes sense. The last time we talked about this, I know y'all was like, we need people who are gonna bleed. I was of the latter. I just needed it to be intense enough to keep me interested, for you to give me something that's worthwhile to watch and make it so that it was fun. And that's what they lacked. They lacked the fun of War Games. I don't know if the girls didn't want to do it. I don't know if the guys were just being too many prima donnas. It was too many dicks in the urinal for
I
them.
feel like something with that men's affected the women's.
Mm-hmm.
Because I also believe that match was shorter.
I
And
did. A lot of people said it felt like that women's match was insanely rushed.
it was rushed and it was shorter. And I think that was just to give John Cena and Dom time to do all the things that they were doing. But it's the end of the year, so we just gonna let it ride. Do we like it? No. No, it wasn't a good PLE. Could it have been better? Absolutely. 1,000%. I don't want to compare it to Blood and Guts because I want AEW to be able to stand on their own and not have to compare. And one thing that they have done right this year is play to their strengths and be them. They're not trying to compete with WWE or trying to one up them. They're just focusing on AEW. And that's where WWE has lost it. They have not been playing to their strengths. That's why I'm just like, well, I don't compare the two. Let AEW stand on their own. They put out an excellent show, and they've been putting out PLEs that have been bangers every single time. There have yet to be anybody who really complains about their PLEs.
And then Dynamite's been
WWE,
and then I watch. And then also, sorry to interrupt you, Tiff,
no,
but
you're
all of
fine.
the three of us, I watch. I'll say I watch AEW the most out of the three of us consistently.
Yeah,
And also Dynamite has I catch Collision on occasionally, but it's usually like when it comes on, it's usually like I'm at work or I'm like doing something or like I'm trying to catch up on schoolwork or ABC, like I'm just doing something. But Dynamite has been consistent. It always has a good opening, has great stuff in the middle, and then you always leave the end of the show something. It's not like a huge, it might not be something like huge, but something semi important always happens at the end of the show. They always have like a good closeout.
Mm-hmm.
Like last week they have, which is a cool visual, like Hangman and Swerve working together against the ops.
the ops. Yeah.
And like them like and then them sort of like, you know what, these people are nuts, we just gotta work together and
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
get them out. And that was just like, again, it was just like them coming, like how they came out was so like how they came out, like Swerve had like all these like chains on him and he's like coming, like him and Hangman like meet like in the parking lot, start walking in. Swerve kind of goes ahead a little bit. Hangman like stops at the bar, takes a shot, picks up some other fucking random ass weapon, goes out. Like it's just like, and it's a creative, like creatively, that's, it was a great visual. So that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know who's back there now,
But they're
but they're
doing a
doing a
great job.
phenomenal job.
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck Tony hired or fired, but keep them. And
Yeah.
whatever money they ask for, give it to
Give
them.
it to them.
Because
I
it's
think
not only that, the women are getting showcased a lot more and like better story, like and they're really starting to like find their groove. And it's sad to see that like WWE is like it's tank, but I hate to say it, but it's starting to go on a downward and it's not good. And I think they're so in their britches about like, we're the big dogs, we're this and we're that. And like, they're so worried about like them being like a global entity that they don't like, they're missing out on so much. They just need to make basic tweaks to shit.
I will say this about
Just small tweaks. And it's like they don't want to do. I was like, you don't even have to do that much
Nope.
to fix anything.
Nope.
Everything's, all the parts are there. You just have to arrange it correctly.
Yep.
I don't know what it is, but like lately when I'm seeing like Tony Khan like doing interviews or when he's being like, when he's on TV or when he's like on screen, he looked, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, he looks like he grew a spine finally. Like he looks like he's kind of grown up. I don't know, maybe his dad pulled him aside and said, listen, he finally gave him like a heart to heart that he probably needed or something like that. Somebody got to him and be like, listen, man, you got to do something because what you're doing is not working. You think it's working, it's not working. You need to get people. And right now, with wrestling fans not liking WWE, this is good for smaller brands like AEW. It's not small, but AEW, TNA, GCW, Ring of Glory, ROH. Like I know them and AEW is the same thing, kind of, but like watch them because this is the great thing about having more than one thing to watch. And I know we've said that plenty of times, but it's just like something over at I think tomorrow I'm gonna watch AEW because I don't know what's going on with my Samoan baby daddy, but he needs to eat a Snickers.
Oh,
he's a demon like he always is.
He's tripping. And then
he is a demon.
I'm gonna get into Hook's ass a little bit, and then we can move on from this to the other thing. Hook talking about how he's the best second generation wrestler and blah blah all this other stuff. I said, baby, you
should just be quiet.
You gotta get in line behind a lot of people.
Dom being one of them.
Huh? Dom's not even a second. He's a third. Ray is a second.
Yeah.
When he said second generation, I was like, do you realize who are second generation wrestlers? The Usos, you know, the funny thing is the Usos technically are not second generation. They're technically third generations.
Mm-hmm.
The Usos, Roman isn't though. Roman is technically a second generation.
Rock's considered second generation, I think.
Him and Rock are second. Simone is fourth. Gosh. Dom is third. Who else? What other fucking Nepo baby? Cody is a second.
Charlotte's technically a third because her brother David
is Cody a second?
Yes, Cody is a second.
Wouldn't his brother make him like he has a brother?
No, they're both second.
Okay.
I keep them second because they're not significantly apart. Like I view like second generation like okay, like first generation is like it's like the grandpa. The first generation is like the grandpa. The second is like the son. And then the third is like the grandson.
Daddy said Don said Natty and Charlotte, second generation.
Yeah, Natty Charlotte are second. There's like another woman that's a second. Soraya's a second.
Yeah.
Lexus King, as much as we don't like his character, but Lexus King is second generation.
Crimson Chin is a second generation. And that's just off the top I don't. And no offense, even with the people that we don't like, them motherfuckers can wrestle.
Yeah. Charlie Dempsey.
Yep.
Wasn't Carmella a second generation? Because I heard somewhere
Carmella technically is a second generation wrestler if we want to get real technical with it.
Josh Breed's dad wrestled too, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard.
If we really want to get
fucking is random.
Ted DiBiase Jr. I know he's in some legal shit, but he was a wrestler.
Raquel's the second generation. Who
Bo and Bray, I think, are third. No, they might be second.
Raquel's a second gen wrestler?
Raquel's father.
Yeah, Raquel's the second generation.
Holy
Her father
shit.
used to wrestle.
Well, I'll be damned. I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
He didn't wrestle
Now
for very long.
you have Sting's sons. One of Steve's sons, Steven, just made his debut, so he's technically second generation wrestler. I mean, he's
I did
just
not know
starting.
Carmelo was second generation. I didn't know none of that.
What's Roddy's daughter? Teal.
Mm-hmm. The Guerreros, the Shea Guerrero.
All 16 of them. There's so many Guerreros. I don't feel like figuring out which one is which, but we'll just say Guerreros.
Uriah Connors is
Who
Finley's
the
son.
fuck is that?
Who is Uriah Connors?
Don't be telling us no fucking random ass person that's been in Evolve for 2 minutes.
Finley,
Wait, is he the dude that's inside of what's his face? Is he a part of Chase U now? Is that him?
Brogan Finley. Oh my God, it's Finley's son.
Finley's?
Yeah, he's the other dude in Chase U. The
also
dark
don't know
haired
who
guy.
the other dude is, so they're both other dudes.
He's in the new Chase U. Okay. He don't look nothing like his daddy.
No, he don't. He must get that all from his mama.
I wouldn't have guessed that he was a Finley at all.
So to wrap this up, Hook, you got a long line of people ahead of you. So let's slow that roll.
Mm-hmm.
Nicole, this is what he looked like.
Who?
Can you see it?
He looked mixed.
Actually, no, hang on.
Hold on, let me share the tab with the close-up picture.
Get that out of my face, please.
Hold on, I'm gonna see something.
I don't want to see anything anymore.
That's the guy.
Ugh.
Let me see if I can find Finley. Let's see. Finley
He was on Level Up for a solid year or two before they ended it. Oh, that's why he ended up being a part of the new Chase U. Okay. Okay. So just before we get into the surprise, we got one thing to tell y'all. TNA is officially going to AMC. Okay. They secured their TV deal. They're finally going to be on regular cable TV now. So y'all have no excuse not to watch TNA. Okay. It's going to be coming on AMC. I don't know when it's going to be coming on, but it's supposed to be coming on. They may pick Wednesdays. They may keep their Thursday slot.
They should keep Thursday. Nothing else. No other wrestling comes on Thursday.
No, it doesn't.
Just keep it on Thursday.
Yep. I found his mama. She was a British wrestler. Her name was Paula Valdez, also known as Princess Paula. And yeah, she ain't white. They have her in a headdress, but you know, they used to do that to people who weren't white back
then. His name is Brogan Finley.
Hang on, let me send this to the group chat real quick. Give me a sec.
How did you find his mother?
I have no way. You're asking a cyber defense major how she found somebody? Hang on. Laptop's just being stupid.
Not Nature is Healing. Rico said Nature is Healing because TNA is back on TV.
Finally. Oh
my God. Here, I'm going to put this link in here.
Ring of Honor. I miss when Ring of Honor was by itself only because I don't know whatever time frame it is. It would always show up on when I open. I forgot what days I would open. I think it would be like Saturdays or Sundays. I think it was Saturdays that I would work at my last job. Not but my first job here. And it would come on TV. And everybody would be like, change it, put it on some other real sports, because it was a sports bra, and I would refuse to change it off of like the main. I would keep it. I mean, there was 5 million TVs in this place, but I would always keep it on the main one because I was like, I want to see it. And then it would randomly come on for some reason. It would always come on the bar TVs. And this is when I still would go out pretty often. And they were always on the bar TVs, like once it hit past like midnight. Every bar you went into, and not every bar, basically like the little hole in the wall bars, it was randomly playing.
All right. So,
I'm sending you something. Instagram.
We are going to play a game today.
Oh boy.
So I've been on TikTok and I came across the wrestling TikTok for the game show. Now, to be fair, I can't replicate their format. I'm not trying to. But we are going to do wrestling trivia today. Now, it took me forever to get this done. So I hope that I got everything right. I did double and triple check the facts of these. But if some of them are not correct, don't worry about it. Y'all can always correct me. Y'all always do. Okay? But here's how we're going to do it. First of all, you can't be on your phone. So no cheating. That's why I made y'all be on camera today. You can't cheat. Okay? Second, I got all of the slides. We're going to do as many of these as possible. We're going to start off easy. Then we're going to go to medium. And then it's going to be hard mode. Okay? But before I do that, I have to give a shout out to Brain Buster Battle Royal. That is where I got the idea for wrestling trivia from. Now, they have a whole YouTube channel and it's a TikTok all for that. And they do all different types of trivia for across the IWC. So you're going to see stuff for AEW, stuff for WWE and everything. And on this one, I'm going to be covering as much stuff as I can. So it's not just going to be WWE stuff. You're going to have stuff from New Japan. There'll be stuff from MLW. There is stuff for Black wrestling in general. So we're going to do this real simple, okay? Each person is going to have 5 seconds to answer. Okay, we'll start with Nicole, and then we'll flip back and forth between you and Nicole. Now, you can't cheat. I can't stress this enough. Your answers cannot cheat. So no phones. Okay?
Well, my phone is getting used to, unfortunately, record me, so.
Now, I'll put the question up.
Laptop and stuff.
We'll put the question up on the screen so you can see everything. And I'll make sure I read the rules again so y'all know how we're going to do this. Okay, so hold on. I think I took my thingy out. Now, everybody in the comments, if you know the answer, you can put it up. But please, okay, please don't be in the comments just yelling it. Just putting it in all caps.
Let me and Nicole at least try to get it like one time before y'all start.
Yeah.
So we're going to do wrestling trivia. This is going to be part 1. If it's fun, I'll keep doing it. If everybody likes it, we'll keep doing it.
All right.
And we got a couple questions. There's a whole bunch of questions in here. So here's the rules, okay? You'll each get a question. Each question for each round is worth 1 point. In the second round, it'll be 2. Last round, it'll be 3. And then you get to the final question. You can wager your points to see if you can win, okay? Now, you each get 5 seconds to answer. And we're going to flip-flop back and forth so everybody get an equal chance to earn points. If you get stumped, the other person can steal and get the points. Okay, I will get numbers and you guys can pick a random number to see who starts off first. Like I said, don't cheat. Because I'm watching.
No score. Are you keeping score, Tiff? Or
what happened?
You're going to keep score? Who's keeping score?
Yeah, I'll keep score. No worries. I get the score. So we got round 1. This is easy mode. Most of these questions y'all are going to know. Okay, I'm dead ass serious. So let's start off. Question 1. Who cashed in at who cashed in Money in the Bank at WrestleMania 31? Now, let's do eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's go with Alexis. Alexis, you go first. Who cashed in at WrestleMania 31? Got 5 seconds.
Seth Rollins?
Yes, he did. Seth Rollins cashed in first. He was the first ever cash in at Mania, and this cash in was dubbed the heist of the century until SummerSlam when he swerved all of us. So, yes, Seth Rollins. So, Alexis, she got 1 point.
Yay!
Kudos. Now it's Nicole's gonna start off first, and then we're gonna keep it moving. Let me get the next one. Question number 2. Who did Bayley defeat at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn in 2015?
Sasha.
Yeah, I knew she was gonna get it right off the bat.
So you didn't have to finish that.
Sasha Banks was the opponent. Bayley did get the title off of that match, and it was considered the mark of the women's evolution. Okay,
one of the most important women's matches in the last 15 years. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm being dead ass.
That's facts. Let me make sure I get the next one up. Question number 3. Who became the inaugural Universal Champion in 2016? Alexis, you're up first. Yes. Finn Balor is your inaugural Universal Champion. He did not get to maintain that title. He did defeat Seth Rollins in that match, but he ended up relinquishing it.
He's also the shortest Universal Champion.
Yeah.
Reign.
Unfortunately. Where are we at? Question number 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Some of these are out of order, so my bad. Question number 4. Who won the 2018 Men's Royal Rumble? Nicole?
I don't remember this. 2018?
2018. 5 seconds.
Roman?
No, ma'am. Nicole, now Alexis, you got a chance to steal.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
That is correct. Shinsuke Nakamura did win the 2018 Royal Rumble. He was the first Japanese-born wrestler to win. Then Asuka came in after him and won, and she was your first women's wrestler. She was the first woman. She was the first women's Royal Rumble winner because that was the first time they did the Rumble, if I recall. All right, let me see if I got these in order. I got them in order? No. Well, we're just going to have to go with it. Question number 6. Which promotion launched Double or Nothing? Easy. Since Alexis got it last, it's Nicole's turn.
AEW.
Who launched Double or Nothing? AEW is correct. It was the company's first PLE from Las Vegas. And it was on May 25th of 2019.
Why did that seem so long ago, man? Holy shit.
All right. I'll eventually get back to question number 5, apparently. Who was the first AEW World Champion?
Oh, shit. 5 seconds?
Yep, you got 5 seconds.
Mr. Krabs without a shell, Chris Jericho.
She is correct. Chris Jericho was the first AEW champion. He beat Hangman Adam Page at All Out. All right. We're rolling. Now, see, you gave me the damn answer. Jesus. Stupid. Let me see. Because we went to a Panini present. Anyways, since it already came up, it was Undertaker and AJ Styles. It was the Boneyard match of WrestleMania 36. This one was question number 8. We're gonna move on. Let's start here. Question number 9. What name did Roman Reigns adopt in 2020? Nicole?
Tribal chief.
Yeah. He earned that name by beating the hell out of his cousin and then his father and uncle.
Oh, this makes me sad.
Yeah, they donned him with the Ulafala and he became the tribal chief, the head of the table.
All
right.
Asa and Sika.
Yeah. To question 11. Who was the number 1 in the Black Wrestling Podcast 50 in 2023? Who was the number 1 wrestler?
Oh, I know this. It was Carmelo Hayes.
Was it?
Was
I
it?
don't think so.
It was not.
Oh, fuck. I thought that was the year Swerve was throwing a hissy fit.
Nicole, you got a chance to steal here.
I should know this, and I don't want any of this to see this because I kind of don't remember. I want to say, why do I want to say Mercedes, but it's not.
5 seconds.
Oh, fuck. I don't remember.
Nobody gets points on this one. The number 1 wrestler in 2023 per Black Wrestling Podcast was none other than Bianca Belair.
Damn it! That was my second one, but I thought I was wrong.
It was Bianca. That was the year she had 420 days before she lost that title to Asuka. She had defended against Io Sky at Backlash, and she was in War Games that year at the Survivor Series. So it was Bianca.
Second guess myself.
That was her strong suit run.
I'm so mad. I didn't say it because I thought I was wrong.
All right.
I thought that was the year Swerve was crashing out over it.
No, that was like 2 years before that.
Yeah.
Trey was still alive then.
All right, so we're gonna move on, and then I'm gonna add some more questions to the bill in a second. So we'll take a quick break, and then we'll be back after this question. Who was the first Joshi wrestler to top the PWI women's list? You got 5 seconds. We're starting off with Alexis.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, Nicole, you got an answer?
Is it a Tommy? I can't think of her first name.
Let's see. Who was the first woman? It was Suri.
What?
I triple and double checked, so I didn't get this one wrong. But she was recognized for her success in this World Stardom Champion. She was winning the title, and she had a major tournament in that same year.
What fucking year was this? That's crazy.
Know. I triple checks.
I love that title, though. I really like that belt.
I triple check this time because I was like, I don't know nothing about no Joshi wrestlers. So I had to triple check. I Googled it 3 times. I was like, is this right? Because I don't know. But I did check. Let me get some more stuff loaded and I shall return. We're going to take a quick break, 5 minutes, and then I'll be back. And we'll start off with Alexis for the first question. So give me 5 minutes.
Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't deserve.
finding peace. Honestly, that sound like a fair trade to me. Rolling 80 wheels in the city. Riding on you. Gotta roll over T, gotta give her release. Spread your legs down, down, down. I'm going out the heat. Yeah, the rock down, put the rock up in your weed. I'ma roll on the forever, let her roll on me. Split this one down the middle, wake up in harmony.
A claps. Don't close your eyes to get away. Just make my line and I'll arrange it. Beautiful, girl, you're stainless. You'll be fine, I'll be painless, yeah. All I'm drinking is champagne. All you want is the same thing.
Yeah. The 10,000 building, get your ass an apartment, put you inside a G-class dash.
All right, everybody ready to roll?
Let's go.
All right, Nicole, you ready?
Yeah, sorry. I was activating my card I forgot about.
All right, y'all. I found question number 5, which y'all probably gonna know the answer to. So here we go. Question number 5 was, who ranked? Was that the one? No, that's not the right one, is it?
Yeah, I was about to say, I actually do not know this question.
I swear I just asked this.
No, you asked what was the woman. The woman
Oh
one.
no, that is the right one. That's the right one. PWI 500 in 2022. Who was ranked number 1? This is for the men, by the way.
2002. Is this mine or Alexis?
This is yours because Alexis just went.
Oh. Mox?
Moxley is incorrect.
Is it Roman?
It is Roman.
Okay.
Roman Reigns was ranked number 1 in 2022. That was the year he was double champ because he was Universal Undisputed Champion. Love that for you. He was terrorizing these streets for 4 years.
I knew that year. I knew it was either him or Mox. I feel like was probably the year after.
I think it was either year after or year before. Might have been.
No, it wasn't stuff though.
Alexis, to you, who main evented WrestleMania 37 night 1?
Okay.
Are we allowed, and this is also to help myself and also Alexis, are we allowed to ask where this was located?
I will give you that one. You want to know where it was located?
Yes. Where was WrestleMania 37 at?
WrestleMania 37, I believe, was in Raymond James Stadium.
37. Raymond James
which is
Stadium.
located in Florida.
Oh, okay. I think I know.
WrestleMania 37. Night 1.
5 seconds. Oh,
Drew.
Nicole, you can steal it.
Is it Bianca and Sasha?
It very much is. That was the night that the first time two black women ever main evented WrestleMania. Yeah, she got you there, Liv.
Oh, I feel so bad. I'm sorry.
I did not know that BRP question, and I really should have known that. I did know it, but wasn't firm with it.
Girl, that was 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Like, to be honest, I can't
That's
remember
why I
what
asked, were we allowed to know the locations? Because Also, I smoke weed. I don't remember a lot of things. Anyways.
The manias make it a little bit more difficult, but I like that way because you have to ask questions. That fifth one was Asuka. This was the fifth question. It was who won the first Women's Royal Rumble, and it was Asuka. She was the winner of that one. So that's the question that I missed the first time that I did this. All right. Let's go to the next two questions. And we'll be at our 15. We're blazing through these. Who retained the Women's World title at WrestleMania 41? Nicole, since we went with Alexis first, you're up first. You got 5 seconds. WrestleMania 41. The clue is in the word retained, but that's all
I
I
like
can
barely. I don't even remember it.
do. Oh shit!
It wasn't Rhea, right?
It was not Rhea Ripley.
Liv?
Nope. Alexis?
I don't remember. Oh no! I know. It was Tiffany. I had to think. That's crazy because I was actually there.
Alexis, you ain't got it.
I got it. I mean, Io
It's
Sky.
her turn. She already got her 5 seconds.
Io Sky.
Yes. This was this year's WrestleMania.
Oh, the World Championship.
She
Tiffany retained hers too.
She retained against Bianca and Rhea Ripley in that triple threat match. All right. Let me see. Who was ranked number 1 on the Women's 100 in 2019?
Wasn't it Charlotte?
No.
I think I know.
No, it wasn't Charlotte. Nicole, you could steal.
Is it Becky?
It was Becky. Becky was ranked number 1 in the Pro Wrestling Illustrated Women's 100 for 2019. She was the number 1 girly. Yes.
Nicole smokes a lot of pot, and I'm just old. That's
I'm also old. My memory is real bad. I'm like real scared for when I get my 50s, to be honest.
All right. Let me get some more of these uploaded. Where would we stop at? We're at 15, so we're doing pretty damn good this time. Questions are now worth 2 points. We get a little bit more in depth in terms of indie wrestling, or more specifically outside of main wrestling, with like New Japan and Stardom and stuff like that. So just to make sure y'all are aware, that's where we're headed.
I wish they had a multiple choice.
Next time I'll do multiple choice.
Okay, because you know the Japanese wrestlers, those things trip me up so bad, man.
Well, not only that, it's just like I don't remember a lot of things off the top of my head.
Let me make sure I get these loaded up right. Hold on a sec. Give me a minute.
Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't designed.
Laminated wheels and it'll save you. Riding on you. Gotta roll OT, gotta give her release. Spread your legs down, I'm going on the east. Hit the rolls down, putting rock up in your sleeve. I'ma roll on the forever, let her roll on me. Split this one down the middle, wake up in harmony.
A claps. Don't close your eyes to get away. Just bang my line and I'll arrange it. Beautiful, girl, you stainless. You'll be fine, I'll be painless, yeah. All I'm drinking is champagne. All you want is the same thing.
Yeah. The 10,000 building, get your ass an apartment, put you inside a G-class, that's just a start. It get plenty things count in life, but none of them is the thought of it. New piece around my neck, this chess games, but shorty stay with calculated moves like Beth Harmon. Swear I'm more purple rain prince than Prince Charming. Disappointment, I stay expecting it. The pessimist, gold medalists, flush the magnums just so they not collecting my specimens down.
A claps.
Figured that one out later since it was up there. Rude. It's so rude. When Nicole comes back, we'll finish up. I think we're at we're on question number 16.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good. It's getting harder.
I ain't drunk enough for this shit.
I will say that these questions in the second round are a bit more obscure. So I had to do some research on this. Now, if my research is wrong, like I said, you can correct me. But I double checked a lot of these. So, first question. Nicole, I believe, answered the last question correctly? Yeah. Okay. So, Alexis, who is the first non-Japanese G1 winner? This is in 2016.
Non-Japanese winner?
Non-Japanese.
I
5 seconds.
I want to say Will Ospreay.
That is incorrect. Wrong. Nicole?
Is it Kenny Omega?
It is Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega is the first non-Japanese G1 winner. He defeated Hiroki Goto in the finals to become the first foreign-born wrestler to win the prestigious event. It is Kenny.
Good for him.
Nicole gets 2 points. All right.
Hell yeah, brother.
Who returned to Catch Wrestling Rules at Wrestle Kingdom 16? This is a very deep cut. There's actually a pretty interesting story to that. Nicole, you got 5 seconds.
Repeat the question, please.
Who returned? This is in New Japan, obviously.
Okay.
Who returned to Catch Wrestling Rules at Wrestle Kingdom 16?
Jay White?
No, ma'am.
No, then you can pass me because I don't know this.
Alexis, you passing?
Who returned to Catch Wrestling Rules? 2016. I want to say it was a British guy, but
It was not.
I don't know.
The answer is Shibata, if I can say his name correctly, because I don't want to mess his name
Oh,
up.
I wouldn't have known that.
But he announced his official in-ring return match on night 1 of Wrestle Kingdom, and he was going to be contested under catch wrestling rules, which prohibited strikes but allowed throws, stretches, and submission. However, right before the match began, Shibata unilaterally declared that the rules were changed to a standard professional wrestling match, much to the surprise of his opponent and New Japan management. And this off-script decision reportedly caused legitimate issues between Shibata and New Japan following the event. So it was a big thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like vaguely remember it. Like vaguely. And also, anytime I watch any of those Wrestle Kingdom Cades or whatever, it's always at like 3 o'clock in the fucking morning over here. So I always have to watch like a recap show to like remember what I watched.
Right.
Look at, wrestling historian. I'm so
Girl, Google is my friend. It's the best way.
Yeah, because as soon as you read that question, I said, I don't know this. I'm not even gonna bother.
Who lost the IWGP US title after 564 days?
Oh, Jesus.
yes.
What year was this?
I don't know.
If I give you the year, it will give it away. So I will tell you that they were not Japanese born.
Okay. Most of the people who've held that title aren't Japanese born.
I'm gonna go.
Is it my turn or is it Alexis?
We went first with you the last one, so it's Alexis's turn.
Okay.
Because nobody got points on this one.
564 days. Kenny Omega.
It is not Kenny Omega.
Not Kenny Omega?
No, not Kenny Omega. You want to take a stab at it, Nicole?
Is it Will Ospreay?
It is not Will Ospreay.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Why am I blanking? Why am I blanking on his name?
Oh,
my
John
God.
Moxley. John Moxley held the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship for a record 564
He
days.
had it for that long?
Yes,
What?
before losing it to Lance Archer.
I forgot he had that.
That's diabolical.
Wow.
I have no recollection of that.
Me neither.
Actually, no, I kind of remember the first because that fucking young lion that he kidnapped.
Damn, he kidnapped people?
Basically. He remember he was like, I don't know where he was at, but he ended up accidentally getting like his ass beat, and then Mox is like, I like him. I like you, and just took him with him everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
What was his name? Like, he literally just drugged that man everywhere. And it was always getting him into some shit because Mox was always into some shit.
Is
No,
this
she's
Creed?
right.
He kidnapped him. Because I
is
remember
right.
Renee tweeted she made him dinner.
Yes.
I said, why is he in the house? I said, Renee, call somebody. And she just making fucking dinner.
Yep. Full on kidnap victim.
If you're married to John Moxley, like, I remember Renee doing an interview with Samoa Joe, and she's like, can you please stop sending my husband more than just shit? And he's like, no, I'll keep sending it to him.
All right. We're going to Alexis first. The first foreign G1 winner. We've done this.
Okay. Why is there so many damn British guys in New Japan? What the hell?
Nobody British, and they are foreign. I don't know why, but this question is a repeat question because it's Kenny Omega.
Oh. Okay.
He won the tournament, the G1 Climax tournament in 2016. That it repeated the question.
Okay.
Apologies.
It's okay.
Next one. What region is Stardom based in? I'll accept 4 answers because you can pretty much say 4 different places. I will tell you that obviously it's in Japan, but you've got to tell me where in Japan it's based in.
I gotta do geography with pro wrestling. Jesus Christ. Is it my turn or Nicole's turn?
It is yours because the
It
other
is your
question
turn.
is a repeat question.
I want to say Tokyo.
Tokyo is acceptable. Stardom is based in Tokyo because it frequently uses the venues there. But it also could, what was also acceptable
I was
was
gonna say
Osaka,
Kyoto.
Yokohama, Sapporo. All of those places would have been acceptable.
I was gonna think Kyoto too. Like,
When I pulled it
So I
up.
was in Kyoto.
All right. Who ended a reign via Texas death match in AEW?
It should be Hangman, right?
It's going to Nicole. And yes, it was Hangman Adam Page who ended that. Nicole has 2 points. And if Alexis heard, Nicole is she coming up on you. Nicole, Alexis, you might want to.
That's only because I know this random ass shit.
Coming up on you. Hangman Adam Page. He ended the AEW World Championship reign of Jon Moxley in a death match. This one is going to be a little bit interesting. So, what veteran wrestler who ranked number 50? Who is the veteran wrestler who ranked number 50 on the Black Wrestling Podcast Top 50 list? Who, and it says in 2023, the same year as Bianca's. Who is that wrestler?
MVP?
MVP is incorrect. Nicole, you can steal. We are
I'm
at
like
the
blanking on a name, but I'm like picturing them.
5 seconds are up. The answer is R-Truth.
Oh, my answer wouldn't have been right.
R-Truth ranked at number 50 on the BRP 50 list. All righty. Name 2 founders of All In. I will accept 1/2 of this. You don't have to name everybody, but if you give me 2 of the founders of All In, I will accept that. Now, All In implies just the PLE, not AEW, because there's a big difference. So, we're gonna go back to Nicole.
The Young Bucks.
The Young Bucks is correct. That is an acceptable answer. If you said Cody, you would have been correct as well. Both.
I was, but she said 2, so I was getting
But
that
just
out
give
the
me
way.
2, because technically all 3 of them created the PLE All In. But if you had gave me at least 1 of the 3 or 2 of the 3, I would have been okay with it. But the Young Bucks is the correct answer. All right, now let me get the rest of these loaded up. Since StreamYard don't want me to be great, they don't love me.
Boo, StreamYard.
I want you to let my friend be great.
The higher we go on these, the more deeper the cuts will get, just so y'all know. So don't nobody yell at me. But there are some more AEW pieces in here. So. And some more WWE stuff. Make sure I got them uploaded right.
Yeah.
Scroll down. We even got some NXT stuff. And I think next time we'll focus just on NXT. That might be kind of fun. Alrighty. question number 25. Nicole got that last one, so Alexis, this one goes to you. What
Okay.
team did the New Day defeat to break Demolition's tag team title record for the longest reign? Now, I'll give you a clue. There was more than one team. So you give me at least one team, and I will give you the answer. I'll give you the points.
New Day, or not New Day, the Usos.
Nope. I don't think the Usos were in that match. Let me double check before I say no for sure. Let me double check.
I think who they have.
No, ma'am. They were not in that match. Nicole, you can steal this one. If I tell you the year, it'd give it away. So you give me one team. I will give you a hint. It was a fatal four-way match. And you give me one of those teams, and you'll get the 2 points.
The Bar.
Let me double check. No, they were not in that match.
There's no way.
They were not. The answer is Gallows, Anderson,
This is
Enzo,
crazy.
and Cass, and the Vaudevillains. They were the ones who competed in this match.
Go to the next question. That's wild.
Who the fuck remembers the Vaudevillains, man? The hell?
Nobody would have guessed any of those three combinations of people. That's crazy. I haven't thought about the Vaudevillains in at least 6 years. That's
Hey,
nuts.
I can take the match. You can't even. Okay, question 24. What promotion co-promoted Global Wars Australia? This should be very easy. Going back to Nicole.
I don't think I know this. Global Wars Australia?
Global Wars Australia. It's pretty recent. I will say that. It's very recent.
NWA?
No, it's not NWA.
MLW?
No.
No. Oh, you can skip me.
Alexis, you got an answer?
You said it's recent?
It is recent.
House of Glory.
No, it wasn't that deep of a cut. It was AEW and Ring of Honor. The event took place on February 15th.
Oh, this was that
2025.
messy. No. This was that messy pay-per-view that they had, like, half of their shit didn't get down there.
Global Wars Australia, correct, where they had the really weird ring set up. Yep.
I completely forgot about that.
Yep.
Wow. I totally fucking forgot about that shit.
NXT question. Going to Nicole first. Who was the NXT champion when NXT 2.0 launched in 2021? Got 5 seconds.
Oh my god. I think it's wrong.
5 seconds are up.
Was it Finn?
It was not Finn. Alexis, you could steal.
Fucking Kratos Tommaso Ciampa.
It was Ciampa. She is correct. It was Ciampa.
Because, you know, we're going to promote the new guys, but here's Grandpa with the fucking title. But
It was
whatever.
that colored title at the time. Such a fever dream. All
That
right.
whole experience was a fever dream, man.
What year did a Triple H officially take over WWE Creative? Alexis, you were the last one to go. So it's your turn.
2023. Like official, it was. I think it was 2023, because when the news broke, I was going on I was like 2 days off. I was 2 days away from going on vacation, and I'm like, why does this shit gotta hit before I go on vacation?
You are incorrect.
What?
You are incorrect.
Man,
Nicole, you could steal.
Is it 2022?
It is 2022. technically, Triple H officially took over WWE Creative in 2022 after Mr. McMahon retired in July of that year.
And he fake retired.
Yeah, he
If you
swerved
call
us
it a
with the top.
retirement, sure. Let's roll with that. We have one more. This wasn't that deep of a cut. Now, this question is fairly simple. I will accept 2 answers. You either give me everybody or at least 2 of the people who did the betrayal. But who betrayed Edge and took over the Judgment Day? Now, you can tell me the main person who did it, because there is a main person, or you give me 2 of the set, and I'll give you the 2 points.
All right, whose question is this?
This is because I just went to Alexis. She just won, so it's your question.
It's Edge, Rhea, and Damian Priest.
You gave me Rhea and Damian Priest. You were missing Finn Balor. Finn Balor was the one who
I meant to say
initiated
Finn Balor, but
the betrayal.
What
happened?
I thought she said Finn Balor.
She said Edge, Damian,
I
and
said
Rhea.
Edge, but I meant Finn Balor.
But it was Finn. Finn was the one who initiated the betrayal, and then, well, they kind of went off the rails together. But yes, Nicole got the points. Make sure I put it on here. All right, listen, Nicole has 15 points. And Alexis, you have 12. Okay? We're gonna get into these last couple of questions. And then maybe we'll do the last one and y'all can wager so we can get y'all out of here.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do... We're heading into hard mode anyway. So I got a couple hard mode questions I want to ask. I want to see what you know. And then we'll go to the very last question, which is something you're going to have time to think about. So, question number 29. Who was the first person to pin Gunther on the main roster from 2015 to 2025? You decide. You got all this time to think about how long Gunther has been on the roster, how long he's been wrestling, who's the first person to pin Gunther on the main roster, though, because it says 2025. So 2015 to 2025, that's too long. He's only been on the roster for a short amount of time, the main roster. So who's the first person on the main roster to pin him? Alexis, Nicole just got the 2 points, so it's your turn. Who's the first person to pin him?
First person to pin Gunther in the main roster. For some reason, I want to say Chad Gable.
That is incorrect.
Fuck.
Nicole, you can steal.
I don't think this is right, but I want to say Sami Zayn, but I don't.
You are absolutely correct. It was Sami Zayn. He was the first person to pin Gunther on the main roster. It was a singles match, obviously, and it was at WrestleMania 40 when he got the Intercontinental Championship from Gunther.
I had to catalog through my brain how many people have pinned him.
Because if we're going to be technical, it would have been Ilya, but we said main roster, so.
Yes. Because that was my first thought. I said, no, that was an NXT UK. That doesn't count.
Next question. Alexis, this one is to you. Orange Cassidy won his first AEW, formerly known as the All Atlantic title, from whom? Who did he beat to get his first AEW championship?
I want to say Chris Jericho.
It was not Jericho.
Fucking hell, man.
Nicole, you can steal.
Oh, I think I'm wrong though. Was it Adam Cole?
It was not Adam Cole. There are no
that's-
points here. It was Pac. He won his first championship from Pac in a rematch on October 12th, 2010.
Yeah, I never would have got that because I don't like Pac.
Oh, shit. We got 2 more questions, and then you guys will be able to wager points for the final question. So hold on. We're going into hard mode here. These are very obscure questions, so I expect you to guess, not necessarily know the answer. But if you know the answer, that would be great too. But these are really hard because I was looking at this like I don't even know what the hell this is. But hard mode, the questions are worth 3 points. All right, we got 2 more questions and then we'll do the final question. Now, this one I liked a lot. I thought it was very, very interesting. So, who ran a nightclub wrestling event? I will give you a hint. It is a promoter, and it is the one that we all know. And since nobody got the last question, I'm going to take this point over to Nicole first. Who ran a nightclub wrestling event?
Okay, is this like a promoter or a person?
It's a promoter. It's a person, but you would consider them a promoter.
I mean, like, is this a person or is this a promotion is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, it's a person.
Who ran a nightclub wrestling event?
Is it West Side Gun?
Nope. Alexis, you have a chance to steal.
Joey Janela?
Nope. The answer is Paul Heyman. This is why I like this question, because it really gave me some insight into Paul Heyman. Back in 1985, Paul Heyman had a wrestling event called Wrestle Party 85. And he had a bunch of people on this thing. And it even had a wrestling match.
I wasn't born yet.
What the hell?
It was the first produced wrestling show at the Studio 54 nightclub.
I bet you they had good cocaine at that show.
Right? Now, when I read about this, Paul Heyman said that it was the first time that he did anything like this, and it was because at that time, he kind of weaseled his way into working at Studio 54. He got in when somebody had got fired. He kind of judged up his resume a little bit and started promoting the nightclub, which is where Paul Heyman got his first chops at really promotion and moving and marketing. That's
actually really cool.
Isn't it?
Oh, wow. Paul Heyman lying and weaseling his way into things? Wow, some things never change.
Honestly, I'm not, to get a job, I'm not even mad at it.
I'm not either. I thought that was a very cool lore, and I was like, oh, that's such a deep cut.
There was probably nice cocaine there.
Oh my god.
We got one more before we get the wager question. Question 31. Who was originally in the Triple Mania Mask finale, the final? Triple Mania Mask was a tournament, okay? And this was for AAA, all right? You tell me who was competing in that finale match. Let's start off with Alexis first. This is a Mexican promotion. It is for AAA, and there were 2 wrestlers who were in the finale of this tournament. Who were they?
And I take it they were both wearing masks?
Oh.
Of course. Santos was not in the match. Nicole, you can steal it.
I honestly have no idea.
The 2 wrestlers in this match were Pena El Zero Maito and Villanova the Fourth. They both were in this match for this Triple Mania finale. I told y'all this was hard mode. I really did everything I could to make this hard. I tried so hard to make it as difficult as possible because you 2 know everything.
Apparently I don't.
You know why?
Yeah.
I just was able to find some obscure shit. All right. So we got the last question If we were to do all of them, you guys would have did it, but y'all tired, and I don't want to keep y'all here too long. So we're gonna do the last one. The last question goes like this. You wager your points now. Right now, Nicole, she has 5, 10, 15, 17. Alexis, you're still at 12. You wager as many points as you want before you see the last question. And then you give your answer and we'll see who wins. So, Nicole, how many points do you want to wager?
I'll wager 5.
She's going to wager 5. Alexis?
I'm going to do 7.
She's going to do 7. All right. Final question. In 2025, who wrestled the most matches in AEW and in WWE? I need 2 answers, and you got to be spot on.
2025, who wrestled the most matches in AEW?
It's not about winning. It's about the amount of matches that you've had. And we're not doing just women. I'll give you a clue.
Oh, I know.
Both of these answers are men in each company. Both of them.
Okay, for WWE, I want to say Jey Uso. And in AEW, I want to say Hangman.
That is incorrect.
Fucking hell.
Nicole, you can steal.
Shit, man.
I think I only know the one because I remember reading this not that long ago. I believe in WWE it's LA Knight.
And you got another one?
And then AEW in 2025. I want to say John Moxley, honestly.
You are half right. The answer is LA Knight in WWE. He wrestled 45 matches to date. And the answer in AEW is Takeshita. He has wrestled 34 matches. So we are at 5 points for Alexis because she lost 7. And then Nicole, technically, she got it half right. So I will dox half of her points. I won't take them all from her. Nicole won in this particular round. It wasn't by that much, Alexis. You didn't lose too bad.
Great job, everybody.
So technically, Nicole won. She had 14 and a half points. And Alexis, she lost 5, so she was dropped down. She
I
lost
never would have
7.
got tucked. I never would have guessed Sakashita. The only reason I said LA Knight is because I saw people arguing about him online like last week. And someone was like, he even wrestled the most matches this year. And I was like, oh.
He did. I thought Dom had wrestled the most matches.
It was last year.
But it was him. He was the one who wrestled the most matches. And I was like, wow.
It was either last year or the year before, but it was a year that Punk came back.
Oh, that was
that's when Dom had the most matches.
I thought it was that because he's been wrestling in AAA and stuff, but
I thought it would be him too, but I specifically remember it was the year that Punk came back because he was the only one that was wrestling Punk at house shows.
Oh yeah. I remember
because
that.
It was him and there was another OG and Dom was literally the only person they were letting wrestle them.
You're right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our little game. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I had fun, and I hope they had fun. Alexis is mad because she
I'm mad.
She looks mad, and I didn't mean to make you mad.
I'm shocked because I don't usually win shit like this.
She said that's how her face looks. Jesus. this is going to be our final show for the year. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If we come back, we might talk about Deadline. First, I want to see it because I ain't going to waste my time talking about it if it's not worth talking about. But we'll be back in January, probably right before Royal Rumble. We'll have our first show back. We'll talk about Rumble and everything in between. But for now, thank you guys so much for listening and being a part of the show. Shout out to Janae because I appreciate being able to say her comments on the show today. And we'll see you guys next year in 2026. So happy holidays. Have a Merry Christmas. And I hope you guys have a happy New Year. And I'll see you guys next year. Bye.
Bye.